and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on the Moomin House issue 65. And I believe that it is just, okay, it is a door, a quilt, and a pillow. We'll put together the door. Not sure if we'll actually do the quilt and pillow on the stream or on the video, because we've done several of them before and they're a big pain in the behind. So let me get this open. That can go away. Here are the parts for the quilt and the pillow. And then we have a door. Get all the parts of the door out. And then go ahead and take care of this. Actually, I'm looking right now for a smaller, there we go, that should be good. For a smaller plastic tray to use for the glue that we're going to be using in this episode. Okay. So as we've done before with the doors, let me set it up. A little bit of a scuff mark there on the door. I'll put that down towards the bottom. These are the frame pieces. And these are the door itself. So first thing it says to do is put them all together to where, you know, line them all up. But we've done this before, so wow. That's funny. I mean, it just says, here are the pieces, put them together. Usually it does a little bit more than that. Really doesn't even show you which side the pins are supposed to go on. So we'll just put it together. Like I've done before. We're going to put some glue in here. Actually, we're going to get rid of this hair that's hanging on there. Put some glue here. We'll put this bottom piece in. I'm going to hold it while I put glue into these other channels. Put some up in here. This is just going to hold the door together. And usually I take a lot longer to make these doors because they will start to fall apart if you're not careful. So let me get this together. Slide this in here. Then I will take care of the text I just got from my wife. Let this set up a little bit and we'll be back. Okay, I am back. Let's go ahead and continue on with this. Put some glue in this trench on this side. Everything should come out okay with this door. I think actually this might be the last door, because I don't think there'll be any doors up in the attic. But I don't know for sure. Okay, so the thing to remember is the pin is on this side. that up in there, hold it together. Put some glue over here. Make sure there's enough on this side. Set this down for a second. And put some in here, in this trench. And I'll slide this piece on here. Come on, fit in there. So there's that door. One side looks really good. One side has got a couple of wear marks on it. Just for giggles, let me check something real quick here. Let's see how well this white paint pen will do. And it's pretty much wiping out the wear marks. Looks pretty good. I do love these paint pens. I should have gotten paint pens a long time ago. Okay, so this is actually going to go this way. Doorknob's going to be on the bottom. Or not the bottom, but the shorter half of the doors where the doorknob will be. Drop that. Come on. Get that out of the way. And by that, I mean the shorter end is down here towards me. Same thing as I did on the last door. Except for let's not lose the pins. So we're going to take the first doorknob, dip it in the glue, slide it in the hole. Take the second doorknob and do the exact same thing from the other side. And since these go into the same hole, adjust it to where it is just about equidistant on either side. That's sliding a little bit. Set the door up there, let it sit, and take our frame. I'm just double checking. Okay, yeah. The frame is going to go together like this. This side is going to have the hinge pin on it. Wow, let's get rid of that. That was a blob of dried glue from around the edges. So set that down there. Push these two together. 45-degree angle should work to hold them in place. Put a little bit more glue in here. Grab this other side. Put a little bit of glue on it. Do the same thing on this side. Slide it on here. Roughly in the right spot. And then the pinhole on this same side. So a little bit of glue on here, a little bit of glue on here. Problem is that this wood glue does dry pretty quickly, and it starts to gum up the pin vise. So let's see if we can slide these in here the way they're supposed to. Yes, I talk to my parts. Doing my best not to knock this piece out of shape. That one came up a little bit undone there. Paper towel, clean this off. That's better. Okay, so the next thing we got to do is just like before, just like a couple of episodes ago. We're going to drop this pin in up at the top of the door. Hopefully this one does not have a burr like the one did a couple episodes ago. It looks like it might. So let me turn it over and see if it'll drop into hole. Okay, and I'm going to pause the camera right now. I'll be back. Okay, I am back. It's actually been an extended period that I've been gone because we went and had dinner. Actually, didn't go and have dinner. We had dinner here in the house. We had something called raclette, which my wife, being from Austria, we brought over with us when we moved here from Europe. Forgot about that. That causes a little bit of problem right there. There's a little burr on here. Was this the last door I did? There was a burr on it as well. And it makes it a little bit difficult to get it into where it has to be on for the door to actually go in. See if that's going to be good enough. If I can get it in there, then it's good. Right now now we're in the spot of it's half through. It's not going in. Hang on. And the burr's getting bigger instead of smaller. So almost. Let's see if that's going to work. Because among other things, I also have to make sure I don't pop these parts apart. So close. Come on. There we go. This door is going to stick a little bit because of that. Let me take this one. And it also has a burr on it. Kind of interesting that every other door has been fine. This last one, or last two, have both had burrs on the pins. Come on. Fit in that hole. That's not good. Oh, there it is. That is my biggest concern whenever I'm working on little pieces like this, is they ping. This time it's going right in. Come on. Oops, that one dropped right through, but not into the door itself. If I can get the hole to line up. There we go. When it's in, it drops right in. Let's see. This glue is probably going to be, it's too dried out. Well, we get rid of this piece. We get rid of the skin that formed over top of it because I'm going to need glue anyway. some glue over top of that pin. It's not. Okay, the glue did not actually get on there, but once I put this in place, it's not going to matter whether the glue is there or not. Let me move stuff around and out of the way, and we'll get the wall that this piece goes into. Okay. So it's going to go into this wall just like the other one did. I'm just looking, the doorknob, they have the doorknob on this side right here. Let me go ahead and pop that back out of there, which means it's going to go through here from this side. It is a little bit tight. Come on, push all the way in there. Just like this door, a little bit, it's a little bit not fitting perfectly, but it should be okay. This door works. So now, bring this back over, put some glue in it, put it on the opposite corner so that I can put these pieces in place. I'm going to do it a little bit different this time. I'm going to put this piece in first. I'm going to put this cross piece first. Hopefully be able to get it to set pretty close to being where it needs to go. And then I'll put the other two in place. Okay. That should be good for that one. Maybe. Let me get this one. Put some glue on this end here. Put some glue on the flat part here. Most important is to get it to stick on the wallpaper side because, ew, got some up. Just put glue on the table. But it's most important to get it to stick on the wallpaper side because the other side is a little bit further in. These doors are very close to being perfect. There's just a couple of little idiosyncrasies about them. It keeps them from being perfect, makes them a little bit difficult. That's okay. Difficult is not impossible. Do this one. Get the glue on here a little bit better than the other side. And once they're set in place and left alone and they dry, they're fine. If I was building this for a child that was going to be playing with it, it would be a little bit different story. But this is just going to be on display. We actually have figured out where it's going to go as well. It's going to be the Moomin house and the Disney house are going to be right next to each other. So there is that door in place. I just saw on camera, make sure everything looks good. So that has got that part done. Move the glue out of the way. Next thing we're going to do is build the blanket and the pillow. Done this before. Let me move this as well so I don't lose it. I'm actually putting it back onto that piece of floor. One-handed from the wrong spot, trying to put it in backwards. Just not working well. Hang on, let me bring this back long enough to get this in here. Best place to store it. Okay. For this, we're going to use double-sided tape, like I've done before. But not the really thin stuff. We're using the wider stuff. Bag can go away. So I've got 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter, and 5 millimeter double-sided tape. This one we use the 5 millimeter. First thing we do is we set this template on here. Basically what this template is for is so that we can fold the fabric around it, kind of crease it a little bit so it'll be it'll have a spot that will kind of line up with where the folds need to be to make the quilt. This side as well, and then this side. So now that I've got those folds, I can take this off. I take the pattern there off. I will take the double-sided tape. Let me get the scissors. I'll go about like that. Right about there. That should be close. So I'm going to lay this across here. It's actually a hair too long, which is actually just, it is just fine. Cut that end piece off. Peel the backing off of the tape. Come on. What about this end instead? All I need is for it to start. And I can grab it with the tweezers, peel it off, take it basically on the fold from before, and just push it down like that. I don't know if you heard that, my shoulder just cracked. So we'll do another piece just like that on the other side. It says to go 1 centimeter wide all the way around the perimeter. I don't think so. So put this one on here. Like this. Lay it down, and I end up with about the same amount extra on this one. Snip it. Was almost started. There we go. Got that. Take this, turn it around, fold it over. If I can get a hold of it, get a hold of just the fabric. Fold it over like that. And all we have left to do, other than get rid of this miscellaneous hair right here. There we go. Take this, about that long. And I would rather cut it too long than too short. Put this one across here. Oh, wow. Every one of them has been almost exactly the same amount too long. There's that. This is the hardest part always, getting the backing tape or the backing to come off of the tape. I would call it backing paper, except for it's plastic. There we go. Take this side, turn it around. And again, just like the other two, just fold it over like that, making a pretty good quilt so far. And let's get the last piece, not that long. Stop grabbing the table. Put it on this side first, stretch it across. At least it's a different amount that I was over this time. Clip it off. And I'm kind of zipping through this because I've done it a couple of times before. Let go. It is kind of funny too that it builds up a static charge as you peel it, but only on one side. If you get the right side down, it just sticks right to the table. So the next thing we do is fold one edge of the bedspread, picture above, fold this double-sided tape about approximately 5 millimeters wide. So we're going to leave this end like it is. We're going to fold this down and then back. Now it's got to go further than that. I'm going to go down like that. And then like that, roughly. And well, I can use the wider stuff. I was going to say instead I'm going to use the narrower tape, but this should work just fine. There is that spare extra piece that I didn't know where it went. Come on, let go. Let go of my scissors. We're going to put this piece all the way into the corner here, back as far as it'll go for that fold over. Clip it off here. Instead of clipping it off here, I'm going to start peeling it, and then, well, no, I'll have to peel it from this side. I'm just being careful so I don't actually end up cutting what is becoming our quilt. So I can fold this over a little bit. Same on this side. Now that side should be good. We'll fold this down like that. We have one side done. So I just need to do a piece in there. Trim it like that. This will go on to the next bed that we build. This piece is not sticking over, so it should be a little bit easier. Come on. There we go. There's the tape. Fold it back over. And so we have the next quilt, or the quilt for the next bed. this piece is stuck to the desk, as is this one. That's the only downside to the double-sided tape, is that it continually grabs you or the desk. Come on. Now I'm trying to get the tape off of my finger into the trash can. Okay. Oops, I missed a piece. And again. Okay. So the last thing we're going to do here is we're going to take the pillow template. First thing we're going to have to do is fold this in half. Fold the fabric in half, kind of give it a crease in the middle. They have you draw a line around it. You don't really need to, because you do the same thing. You fold it, you cut the corners a little bit. You know, you fold it the width of the tape over. You cut the corners, you fold that in, and then you do more tape along these edges, and you do some paper towel in there. Let's see, this time it says it will no longer be needed. You won't need the template anymore. See, and that's the thing, is the first time you did this, they didn't tell you to keep the template. I threw it away, and so when I did it the second time, I didn't have the template. So like I said, first thing you do is cut a piece of tape. We're going to cut two before I start folding. Cut a piece of tape to run across this edge. Actually, it's plenty long. It sticks off of both ends. We're going to do the same thing for the other side. Actually, kind of works better if it's stuck down like this. Okay. So now, peel this up, cut off the excess tape on each end. It is sticking to the scissors. I'm not too concerned about that right at this moment. Okay, so you know where your mark is to fold it in the middle. First thing you're going to do is peel these tapes from either side, and you're going to fold it straight across that tape. So we're going to take it and fold it just like that. So basically, that tape is completely covered up. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Not on that end. That's not coming loose. Come on. There we go. It's starting. Do the same thing over here. Fold it across. Still going to be the exact same spot in the middle. I'm refolding it just to re-find it. So then you're going to take this, take your scissors, get rid of the tape on it first. Hang on, let me get this tape off of my fingers. I said, sticks to your fingers all the time. And it doesn't want to let go when you need it to let go. Okay. So I'm going to do a little bit of a cut here. Do the same thing, type of cut on this side. And do the same on these corners. Last piece, I think, shot up underneath the cabinet right there. So now, take this tape and stick it across here. Basically doing the same thing we did before, just on these ends instead. That's a little bit crooked. It's okay. Actually, you know what? Let's save tape, because that looks like it is really close to being enough for both sides. So I'm going to take that, bring it down to that far. Then we're going to cut this here. We're going to put this piece on the other side. We're going to peel the tape back and then fold these ones over. There's that piece. Fold this over like that. Do the same on this side. Fold this over like that. When we fold these two pieces together, it should still be hitting the same general area. I believe the pillow template should still fit in there perfectly. So now we're going to take a piece of paper towel. And I'm just going to cut a piece off. Wow, scalpel does not cut paper towel very well. Try this again. Okay. Not playing nice. Not with those little scissors. Let's get the slightly larger scissors and we'll go on the other side. And I'm not cutting straight worth a damn. Okay. We're going to fold this into a little cushion. Do it this way. Like that. That should almost fit. It's a little bit large still. So we're going to take it, fold it just a little hair smaller. Cut it off at this point right here. Oops. That should be small enough. Just like that. Step 10. Okay. Actually, that's almost good enough right now. So one more piece of double-sided tape along the short ends. It only says the short ends. I know it goes on both sides, or on both. Yeah, on the short ends and the long ends. That's not going to work where I just put that. It needs to come out to the edge here. Otherwise it won't seal it up right. Okay, like that. I will show you in just a second. And like that. So pieces like those, we're going to take the backing tape off. There we go. I'm going to set this in here like this. Yeah, that's going to work, but not quite the way I want it to. And I'm going to run a piece of tape across the long edge, across both the long edges. Like this. And one like this. This is where it starts getting sticky. Pull that tape off. Pull it on both sides. Now you end up with 4 sides with sticky tape. This is where it gets fun. I gotta set this padding about in the middle. Take this, fold it over. And there, my friends, is a pillow. And I do believe that is all there is. That is all there is to do in this stage. You've made bedspread and pillow for the guest bedroom. We'll make the bed in issue 68. So we are going to put these parts away for 3 stages. Like I said, that is all there is to do in this issue. I hope you're enjoying this. Some of it is a little bit slow, like making beds, bedspreads. Some of it is a little bit more to do, more to see, like doing stairs and doors. But overall, I'm enjoying this build. It is a really good build, well worth it, lots to do. Lot more. It's more complicated than the Disney dollhouse, but they're both different. They're different houses overall. So like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Leave a comment. I will respond. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow, and I will see you in the next video or stream.